students, good morning all. Now, in our previous video, we have seen interrelationship among different type of course. Now, on the page number 140, there is relationship between cost and production rate in short term. In our previous video, we have seen how one cost is related to other cost. Say for example, how total variable cost is related to total fixed cost, how marginal cost is related to the variable cost. This type of interrelationship have been discussed in our previous video. Now, today we are going to study how cost and production both are interrelated to each other, and this question is one of the most important question for your examination. So, let us examine. So, on the page number 142, there is given relationship between cost and production rate in short term. Cost and production, how they are interrelated with each other in the short term. After that, we will study how cost and production both are interrelated to each other in long run. So first of all, there is given, let us examine during short run when production changes, what changes takes place in different type of cost with the help of a figure. Production and total cost. During short run, in that the first is given production and total cost. And total cost. During short run, certain input proportion does not change. Some factors of production remain fixed. As a result, the cost on these inputs remain fixed. It means, as we know, in the short run, you cannot make changes in every factors of the production in your business organization. Say for example, you cannot make changes in some type of production factor which is fixed, which is constant. So you have to make changes on that type of production factor which can be changeable. In fixed cost, wages of permanent employees, depreciation on machines, and the building of factory are included in fixed cost. First of all, you cannot make changes in the remuneration of permanent employees, depreciation on machinery. This type of cost you cannot decrease in the short term. Even if there is change in production, total fixed cost does not change. If you increase or decrease your production and also at that time also you cannot make changes on total fixed cost. It remains constant. In the figure, total fixed cost is parallel to baseline on OX axis. This means that if output is 0 or as much as on ON1 and ON2, there is no change in total fixed cost. Here, they have drawn diagram in that. Sorry, here is X, here is Y, and here is O. There is given on OX axis production is shown. On Y axis there is cost. So there is one parallel line to OX axis. there is two lines are given in that. Total fixed cost is parallel to baseline of OX. This means that if output is zero, even if your output is zero, at that time you have to pay this much cost. If your output is, your production is on ON axis, on ON level, at that time also you have to pay this type of fixed cost. It means you cannot make changes in any time when you in your fixed cost. You cannot make any changes in your fixed cost. In short run, variable inputs can be increased to increase production. The cost of variable factor is variable cost. In variable cost, raw material, labor, electricity, etc. are included. So here they have said that in the short run, you can make changes on electricity. As long as you produce, you have to use that much electricity. You can slow down your electricity usage as per your convenience, as per your requirement. You can also make changes in the raw material, labor. This type of cost can be decreased if you want to make some changes in the short term. In the figure, total variable cost shows that in ON, total variable cost increases at a slow rate. This is in the figure. The first is this is total cost and this is total variable cost. So you can see in the ON up to production ON, there is a short incremental value of total variable cost, and after ON from N to N1 and N1 to N2, there is hardly changes occurs in the total variable cost. Basically, in your book, you can see the diagram more clearly. In the starting phase of production, your total variable cost increases in the low rate, and after once you started your production and you produce more and more unit in your business organization, at that time your total variable cost will increase in the highest rate. In the figure TVC, that in ON total variable cost increases at a slow rate. Here it is N. Then it increases rapidly. After that, it goes up rapidly in the higher rate. Total cost means addition of total fixed cost and total variable cost. It means what is total cost means it is the combination, it is the sum of total cost and total variable cost. In the figure, total cost is total cost curve. It shows that up to ON growth, rate of total cost is low, but afterward it increases at a higher rate. Between total variable cost curve and total cost curve, there is a same relationship. In the starting phase, it increase in the lower rate, and in the afterwards, it will increase in the higher rate. Now, after that, on the page number 143, production and average cost. When production, let's first write that. Production and average cost. When production increases, average fixed cost decreases. In the beginning, average fixed cost is high, but production increases. It is distributed among many units of production. Therefore, it decreases gradually. In the figure, average fixed cost is average fixed cost. AFC is denoted. AFC shows average fixed cost. Basically, if you see this diagram also, Let's first show the diagram, after that study all the concept. As always, o x axis, that is production, is given. On y axis, there is cost is given. So when you produce up to n unit, here is n1 and here is n2. This is the average variable cost. After that, the second line is given, that is average fixed cost. This is average fixed cost. After that, this is marginal cost. After that, average total cost. So in your book you can see more clear in the diagram. So there is given in the figure, AFC is average fixed cost. This is average fixed cost. It shows that with increasing in the production, average fixed cost decreases. You can see if you produce from O to ON, your fixed cost is this much. So it is on a higher level. You have to pay this much fixed cost if you produce up to n production. But if you produce up to n, at that time your average fixed cost will be decreased. And again, if you produce from O to ON, again you have to pay less cost on average fixed cost. Why this thing happen in the business organization? Because as we know, as much as you produce more unit in your business organization, that extra unit, that more unit will give you the less cost. હવે તમે ઘણી વખત માર્કેટમાં જાવ ત્યારે ખબર છે કોઈ વસ્તુ જે છે એ તમે જો એનો સિંગલ પીસ લ્યો, એક જ યુનિટ લ્યો, તેની કદાચ કિંમત વધારે હોય, બટ when you purchase more than one unit, when you produce in bulk, at that time you can see that your production or your overall cost will be decreased because you purchase more, you order more. So this law is also applied in production also. If you increase your production, your average fixed cost will be lower. In the figure, it can be seen that when output rises from ON to ON1 and ON2, average fixed cost gradually decline, as we already discussed. With increasing production, average variable cost in the beginning, but then after reaching minimum level, it begins to rise. Average variable cost. This is the average variable cost. In your book, you can see clearly. In the beginning, the average variable cost will decrease, and once it reach up to minimum, here it is minimum, it will goes up. એના પછી જે છે એવરેજ વેરિયેબલ કોસ્ટ એ મિનિમમ થી પછી ઉપર જશે. Average variable cost in the figure shows that till ON decrease, but then it begins to rise. Average total cost means the addition of average fixed cost and average variable cost. This is average total cost. This line shows average total cost. Average total cost in the figure indicates that in the beginning, as the production increases, it decreases. In the starting phase, it is decreasing. As it decreases, but after reaching minimum level at ON2, it increases. Due to such behavior of average total cost, it has a U shape. It has a U shape. Always keep in your mind, average total cost curve is always U shape. Because when you produce less unit, your average total cost will be decreased, and still if you make more production, if you produce more unit of the product in the production, at that time your average total cost will be increased. That's why average total cost will be always in the U shape. Why does average cost curve have U shape? Why does average cost curve have U shape on the page number 143? There is average total cost is U shaped because when more and more unit of variable input is used in the beginning with fixed input factor, there is decrease in average cost till factor combination is at optimum level. It means when you produce more and more unit in the production system, so in the beginning, in the starting phase of the production, your average total cost will be decreased. As we know, say for example, if you take example of anything, if you produce only one unit of anything, say for example, its cost is 20. When you produce 2 unit, your average cost will be decreased. That is, say for example 18. When you produce more unit, it will decrease content. And when there is one point came where you get the maximum, that is optimum level in your business operation. Say for example it's 6. When your average cost is 12 rupees. Average cost is 12 rupees in the 6 unit. So in this point you will get maximum profit, and if you suffer loss, you will suffer as less as loss. Here your profit is highest and your loss is lowest. But if you still produce more unit, say for example, if you still unit produce 7th unit, your from here your cost will increase. If you one more unit produced by the company, it will again increase from 15. So ultimately your average cost curve will become this type. In the starting phase it will decrease. You can see here there is one point, this is optimum level point. Here your cost will be minimum, and after that if you produce more unit, your total cost will be increased. That's why your average cost curve will be always in the U shape. As the law of increasing return applies here, till this phase there is a condition of decreasing cost. Therefore, in the beginning, average total cost moves from left side above to downward. Left side above to downward. Then the law of constant return comes into existence. Law of constant return. This is the point where you can get a maximum production and maximum profit. It remains static. Then if variable inputs are added to fixed factor, factor combination becomes inefficient. If you still add more units in this, your factor combination will become inefficient, and therefore some factors will remain unused, and that's why your cost will increase afterwards. There is wastage of factor. As a result, average cost increases. Therefore, in this phase, there is condition of increasing cost. So, from this phase, you will have to cost more in your production system. Consequently, as production increases, average total cost moves upward on the right side. Thus, the law of return and law of cost are in operation in the process of production. When return is constant, cost is also constant. When return decreases, the cost increases. Therefore, average cost curve has use of. In short, it is said that when your return decreases, the cost increases, and when your return constant, your cost is also constant. In short, in your production system, in the starting phase of production, if you enter more units of the factor in the production system, you will get higher return and your cost is lower. But there is one point came. This is the point. From that point, if you produce more and more unit, you will get your cost is lower and you will get more profit. But still, if you add more unit in the production, there is one point came where your cost will be increasing in the manner. So that's why your average cost curve is always used. The third is production and marginal cost. As the production increases in the beginning, marginal cost decreases. Here you can see there is on the page number 144 in the third point there is a mistake in the sentence. As the production increases in the beginning, marginal cost will be decreased. તમારું જ્યારે પ્રોડક્શન થાય ત્યારે શરૂઆતમાં માર્જિનલ કોસ્ટ એ ઘટે એટલા માટે ત્યાં નીચે ઇન્ક્રીઝ ના બદલે ડિક્રીઝ કરી નાખ્યું ત્રીજા નંબરના પોઈન્ટમાં. I repeat that again. As the production increases in the beginning, marginal cost decreases, then it becomes minimum and goes up. In the starting phase, your marginal cost will decrease, and there is one point when it at minimum level, and after that it will their marginal cost will increase. As you can see, marginal cost curve is always above the average cost curve. This is marginal cost curve and this is average cost curve. So when average cost curve decrease, marginal cost will decrease in the higher rate, and if average cost curve will increase, at that time also marginal cost curve is also increase but higher rate than the average cost. Then it become minimum and goes up. In the figure, marginal curve is a marginal cost curve. MC is here indicated marginal cost curve. It shows that till oil marginal cost decreases, but then afterward it gradually increases. In the starting phase, marginal cost will decrease, and after that it will continuously go up. After that, average and marginal cost. In the figure, average total ATC curve is average total cost. ATC is average total cost, and MC curve is marginal cost curve. This is marginal cost curve. It is necessary to know the relationship between average cost and marginal cost at different preparation of output from the angle of cost analysis. If you understand the cost analysis, you have to understand the relationship between average cost curve and marginal cost curve. The first is, in the beginning, when production increases, average cost decreases, marginal cost also decreases. At this stage, marginal cost is less than average cost. In the figure, it can be seen that production up to ON1, average cost decreases till ON1 MC curve is under average total cost curve. Here average where this is marginal cost and this is average total cost. So in the starting phase you can see marginal cost is below than average total cost. When average cost remains constant, average cost and marginal cost are equal. When average cost is minimum, at that time marginal cost and average cost both are equal. You can see in this point. At this stage, marginal cost curve crosses average total cost at the lowest point and move upward. This is the point where marginal cost is the lowest, and from this point marginal cost will increase from the next level, from the more output. The third is then with increasing in the production, average cost increases, marginal cost also increases. At this stage, marginal cost is more than average cost. In the figure, it can be seen that after ON2 production, average cost increases, average cost is also go higher, so it is increasing in manner. Marginal cost also increasing, marginal cost is also increasing in average total cost. Sorry, marginal cost curve can be seen above the average total cost. This is the average total cost, and marginal cost is above the average total cost. In short, if you produce more and more unit in the short run, that will not give that much benefit. So it is beneficial for any business organization to produce at the optimum level of any business organization. So this is all about interrelationship between cost and production in the short term world. If we make relationship status between cost and production in the long run, so how cost and production are interrelated with each other in the long run, it will be studied in our next video. Thank you.